Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about indie games. You know what I love most about these games? It's that raw creativity and heart that you just don't get from big budget titles. Every month feels like a treasure hunt, and January 2026 looks packed with gems. From weird experiments to pixel-perfect adventures, there's something cooking that'll surprise all of us. So grab your controllers and let's dive into 10 upcoming indie games that might just steal the spotlight this month. Let's get started.
You tread long forgotten paths. Echoes remain, the linger of faded voices. Walls remember what you lost.
Mio, Memories in Orbit. When I first saw Mio, Memories in Orbit, it instantly gave me that one more run Metroidvania itch. You play as this nimble little android waking up on a dying space ark called the Vessel, and the whole ship is like a giant interconnected playground of secrets. The fun part is how you keep unlocking new movement powers, wall climbing, gliding, using a hook, and then looping back to old areas to break them wide open. The gameplay trailer already shows over-the-top boss fights and more than 30 enemy types, so it's not just chill platforming, it's a real combat challenge too. If you love exploring dense 2D worlds like Hollow Knight, this is a day one wishlist game. Nova Roma. So this one scratches a very different itch. In Nova Roma, I'm not swinging a sword. I'm basically playing god-level city planner of a Roman colony. You start with a tiny settlement and slowly turn it into a proper Roman city, complete with aqueducts, dams, and intricate water systems that can literally flood your town if you mess up. What really hooks me is how every building chain matters, from resource outposts to temples that keep the gods happy. The early access preview and demo are getting very positive feedback on Steam, with a lot of people praising how relaxed but deep the gameplay loop feels. For January 2026, this is the chill but brainy indie game for strategy nerds. StarRupture. Alright, StarRupture is the kind of game that makes me want to lose a whole weekend without noticing it. It's a first-person, open-world survival and base-building game where you drop into a hostile alien planet and build these huge modular bases while the environment constantly pushes back. You're mining rare resources, automating factories, and fighting off weird creatures. But the cool twist is how the world goes through cycles, regenerating and shifting danger zones over time. You can play solo or with up to 4 friends, so it feels like Satisfactory meets co-op survival shooter. The latest trailers and playtests already show some seriously advanced combat and traversal, so this is not a chill builder, it's intense, systems-heavy sci-fi. Kejora. Kejora hit me emotionally before it even sold me on the gameplay. It's a hand-drawn puzzle platformer set in an Indonesian village stuck in a mysterious time loop, and you play as a girl trying to figure out why her peaceful home is reliving the same day. Gameplay-wise, you're not alone. You can control Kejora plus 2 companions, each with unique abilities, and puzzles are built around coordinating the whole trio to solve environmental challenges. Think holding pressure plates, splitting paths, and using timing properly. Almost like a party-based puzzle game rather than just a solo platformer. People who tried the demo keep comparing the art style to a playable animated movie, with strong Studio Ghibli vibes and a really wholesome, heartfelt tone.
During the plague, a mad doctor became the mayor of the town, but was halting every clock in the city.
Pathologic 3. This one is not the kind of game you play to relax. It's the kind of game that gets under your skin. You step into the shoes of the Bachelor, a doctor trying to save a plague-ridden town in just 12 in-game days. The gameplay is all about survival, making brutal medical decisions, deciding who gets medicine, managing quarantines, and constantly watching the clock. The big new hook this time is a time travel mechanic that lets you revisit key events to change outcomes. But you're still locked into that relentless 12-day structure. The demo already sparked debates. Some players love how stressful and immersive it feels. Others say it's uncomfortable in the best way. Exactly what a Pathologic game should be. Big Hops. On the complete opposite side of the moon spectrum, Big Hops just looks like pure, joyful movement. You play as Hop, a kidnapped frog trying to rebuild an airship and get back to his family. And the whole game is built around super deep 3D platforming, tongue swinging, wall running, free climbing, grinding rails, riding minecarts. It's all about chaining moves and finding crazy routes through big, colorful levels. The devs explicitly talk about pushing 3D platformers forward with freer movement and emergent gameplay. And you can already see that in the release date trailer and demo. If you miss that feeling of mastering movement like in A Hat in Time or Mario Odyssey, this frog might quietly become one of January's standout indies. Cassette Boy. Cassette Boy is one of those games that makes your brain happy and slightly melted at the same time. On the surface, it's a retro-style pixel RPG, but the core mechanic is wild. Anything you can't see on screen literally doesn't exist. You rotate this 2D world that's secretly 3D, hiding walls to erase them, revealing platforms, switches, and even enemies just by changing perspective. Combat, puzzles, exploration, everything is built around that Schrodinger-inspired system. The release date trailer doubles down on that reality-bending vibe, and early previews from RPG and puzzle fans are really positive, calling it a must-play if you loved games like Fez or Superliminal, but wanted more story and combat in the mix. DuneCrawl. DuneCrawl immediately stood out to me because your base is a gigantic walking crab tank stomping across a sea of sand. Gameplay is all about co-op or solo PvE. You and up to 3 friends crew this cannon-loaded crustacean, explore hand-drawn desert maps, defend settlements, and hunt down treasure and boss-sized threats. You're constantly hopping on and off the crawler, manning guns, repairing damage, and coordinating roles, which makes it feel almost like an indie FTL, but in third-person action form. There's no PvP here, just a strong focus on teamwork, quests, and that adventuring with friends energy. The release date trailer already puts it on a lot of top co-op games for January 2026 lists, and it's easy to see why. Steel Century Groove. This one is built for people who love rhythm games but also want RPG depth. You're fighting through a stylized, almost comic book world using timing-based attacks synced to a dynamic soundtrack, chaining combos when you nail the beat. Outside battles, you're customizing your party, tweaking builds, and exploring hubs between fights. So it's not just a score-chasing arcade title. Showcases from events like The Mix have had a lot of indie fans calling it one of the most stylish rhythm RPG hybrids on the horizon, praising the soundtrack and animation. With a late January launch target, this could be that sleeper hit you show your friends when they ask, Got any weird but awesome new indies to try? Cairn. Cairn feels personal in a way that a lot of games don't. You're playing as Ava, a climber trying to be the first person to reach the summit of Mount Kami. And the whole game is built around ultra-realistic climbing and survival. You manually place each hand and foot, read the rock face, and hammer pistons to create your own checkpoints, so that every little move matters. On top of that, you're managing stamina, hunger, thirst, and gear, turning each ascent into this intense, almost meditative struggle against the mountain. The devs at the Game Bakers call it a survival climber, and people who tried the demo say it captures both the beauty and terror of big climbing better than anything they've played. Okay everyone, that's all for our January 2026 indie lineup. These games hit PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One with pure heart and creativity. Let me know in the comments which game caught your vibe, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.